हरिः ओम श्री कृष्णाय नमः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। परम गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमदानंद तीर्थ भगवत पादाचार्य गुरुभ्यो नमः। भारतीय नमः, सरस्वतीये नमः, वायुवे नमः। श्री हनुमद् भीम मध्वांतर्गत रामकृष्ण वेद व्यासात्मक श्री लक्ष्मी हयग्रीवाय नमः। Hari Om Shri Krishna Namaha. Today we'll do the basics of Aksharamalas. I'm sharing the Sanskrit and the Kannada Aksharas, and there are also English ones. We'll be only doing three languages: Sanskrit, Kannada, and English. This is a basic. We all know that. Just little more basics. We'll introduce with little more basics. The first one. This is called vowels or swara akshara. It is a, I, U, Ru, 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 A, I, O, Au, Aha. Yeah, in Sanskrit, there is like in Kannada, we have A, I, O, Au. So it's not there in Sanskrit. This A, I, this is A, I, O, Au. This is we all know. So, and this one, is called the Anuswara. This is the Anuswara. And then that is two dots is called as Visarga. Anuswara and Visarga. We have to remember because when we do the shlokas, we'll be telling a lot of Anuswaras and Visargas. The first one, A. So, A is called Hrisvakshara. Hrisvakshara means short letters. It takes only one matra. That means when we do in English, one syllable like one clap. So, one matra. A is one matra, whereas A, this is a long letter I have indicated by an arrow. This is A. This takes two matra sound. That means there should be two matra sound. A. That means you have to have two matras, that is two claps or two clicks. Same thing, E is Hrisva, E is Dirgha. We call it as Hrisva and Dirgha. Whenever I call Hrisva, it is the short sound, Dirgha is the long sound. E. So E is Dirgha sound. Then comes same thing, U. U is Dirgha. So wherever there is arrow marks, it is Dirgha. Then Ru. Ru is the short R sound. There is no like Rushi. You should not stress on R here. It's just Ru. Like in Krishna, Ru, that is short R sound. You should not stress R. We'll go through it as we come through the shlokas. And also A, I, O, Au. In Kannada, we have A, I, O, Au. But in Sanskrit, A will be written as capital E. This is A, I, O, Au. In Sanskrit, there is only Dirgha A. That A is there in Sanskrit, not the small A. Same thing with O. There is no O. The second O is there in Sanskrit. The second O is there in Sanskrit. Then Au. Au, Anuswara, Visarga, Aha. This completes the Swara part of it. Then we'll go to Vyanjana, or what we call as consonant. In consonants, it's there in here, Mahaprana. There is Alpaprana, Mahaprana, nasal sounds. Alpaprana is plain. Mahaprana is marked as yellow. Mahaprana, what is the difference between Alpaprana and Mahaprana is, Alpaprana, we don't need much air when we say that word. Mahaprana is, we need to have much air blowing out through our mouth when we say Mahaprana. For example, Ka, this is Alpaprana. Ka does not have much air. Mahaprana, Ka. So, how we can cross-check Mahaprana is, we have to keep our palm in front of us and see whether we can feel the air blow when we say k. So k, we don't feel any air blow, whereas k, we have the air should touch the palm when we keep the hand in front of the mouth. That is how we can check our Mahapranas. That is why it's called Mahaprana. Prana means air. We need lot of air. K, k, g, g, and these are called nasal sounds. Nasal sounds, and whenever in English, it'll be written as there is some sign and followed by G. So k, k, g, g, ng, ng. This is nasal sound. It comes through nasals. We will come across all these when we read the Sanskrit text or when we read the Gita Shloka text. Same thing, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya. Yeah, so make sure that you have Alpaprana and Mahaprana differentiation. Now comes ta, tha. This ta, tha, da, dha, na is called rolling tongue sounds. So you have to roll our tongues, and our tongue should touch the top of the palate. That is how we can make the ta, tha, da, dha, na sound. So then in English, whenever you come capital T, capital TH, that is rolling tongue sounds, or tha, tha, da, dha, na sounds. So in English, where if you are English text followers, if you come across capital T, that means it is rolling tongue. Then ta, tha, da, dha, na. We all know this. And pa. In the pa, this is called, this pa, pa, ba, pa, ma. It all comes through. We have to close our lips tightly and then say pa, pa, ba, ba. This is all called lip sounds. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. So you have to close your lips and then say these sounds. Then in the Vyanjanas, ya, ra, la, va. Ya, ra, la, va. This la is also rolling tongue sound. La, ya, ra, la, va. This also, la is also rolling tongue sounds. All the rolling tongue sounds are written in capital letters. So whenever there is capital letters in the text, it comes rolling sound. Not for pa, pa. So capital letter L is the rolling tongue sound. These are called half consonants. Ya, ra, la, va are called half consonants. And then there is a differentiation between this la is rolling tongue. And also this sh and sha is also, there are two different sounds here. This sh is, we call it as Shankara sha. Shankara sha is, our tongue should be straight. Sha, it's written as SH or capital S. Just capital S will be written, there will not be H there. Then this sha is called, again, these all are all rolling tongue sounds. It goes to this category. So there are, this goes to the rolling tongue. This sha is rolling tongue sha, shadguna sha. You have to roll your tongue for that and also say that word sha. So there is two different sha sounds, Shankara sha and Shadguna sha. Sha. And then this gnya. This gnya sound has ga, na and ga. Yeah. So ga, na and ya, gnya. So ga, ya and na sounds. So it is gnya, not gna. There is no gna. You should also add an ya for that gnya sound. So this is gnya sound. It has ga, ya and na. So it is gnya sound. And then it is ksha. This is also rolling tongue sound. It also rolls, you have to sound the ksha. Ksha is the rolling tongue ksha. Here you can see Sha is a rolling tongue Sha. So Ksha, it has Ka, Sha and Ya. Sha is a rolling tongue, Ksha. So these forms the Sanskrit Aksharamala. So whenever we see the shlokas, whenever I'm explaining the shlokas, I'll be telling whether it's a Dirgha sound, sound, Hrisva R, that is Roshi R, Mahaprana, Alpaprana, and rolling tongue sounds. So for only Bhagavad Gita text, we follow these basic Aksharamalas. So if you go from basics, then our pronunciation will be clear. We'll try as much as possible to make a clear pronunciation. Hari Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha.